From the Storm Austin and San Antonio weather team, this is a special weather alert.
Hello everybody, I'm Chief Forecaster David Alford. This is a weather alert that we are delivering to you on the Storm TV Network channel. I know last weekend we had some catastrophic flooding across the area, but in this update, I'm thankfully not going to be bringing you the big impactful of like 15 to 20 plus inches of rain. This update, we got rain in the forecast, which could interrupt the recovery plans that you're probably doing, but scatter storm chances to return. Lake level updates ahead, flash flooding risk updates, well, severe weather risk. We haven't talked about severe weather in a while, but there is a small risk for Mason County. Also, future track radar and how much rain is forecasted potentially here in just a little bit. So let's go and take a look at your lake levels here. Lake Travis is updated at 70%. The sensor is just 2% off there, but it's actually at 70%. Look at Lake Buchanan at 86%. That is pretty good. This is the full pool level, I believe. So again, some stunning numbers that we are seeing coming out from the LCRA. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at your flash flood outlook for Saturday. We have a level 2 risk of flooding from Austin to Kerrville, unfortunately, to Killeen, to Dallas, going all the way up towards northwestern Arkansas, to Tulsa, to Oklahoma City, to Amarillo, back down towards San Angelo and Midland, to almost El Paso. A good chunk of Texas and Oklahoma at a level 2 out of 4 flooding risk in this zone. 2 to 4 inches of rain are possible with locally higher amounts. We also have a flood watch in effect for San Saba counties, points northwest. Mason County not included, none of the Texas Hill Country included as of 9:30 this evening. But again, everyone else across the Lone Star State has some flood watches out and about. Zooming it into our area, pretty much the I-35 corridor points west. That's where we have that level 2 risk of flooding. And this is the areas where we don't need to see any more rain. We've seen so much rain the last week and a half, almost 2 weeks, and we're going to be adding another risk of flooding into our forecast, unfortunately, for tomorrow. And not just tomorrow, Sunday, where we already have a level 1 risk of flooding for a chunk of central Texas, but a level 2 risk just outside of our viewing area for now. Talking about severe weather now for your Saturday, the Storm Prediction Center out in Norman, Oklahoma has highlighted Mason County, a sliver of it, I should say, under a general storm risk, then a marginal risk right there. So that darker green is a marginal, and then the rest of the area under a general storm risk. That means there's a risk there for some thunderstorms, but just good old storms. Maybe a strong one, but severe weather is not really anticipated in a general storm risk, but a better risk for maybe a severe storm, you could say, could be out towards Mason County. On Sunday, very similar story, but far northern Mason County and a good chunk of northwestern Mason County also included in that risk. All right, latest update from our future track radar. Here's 10 in the morning, indicating a few isolated showers are possible. Again, if we get any showers tomorrow morning or afternoon, they'll be very hit or miss, so not everybody's going to see rain on Saturday. But again, isolated showers and storms will develop. Some of the models are going to be on, I'm going to be honest, the models are going all over the place with this. Some of the models are saying isolated storms, they're going to be in the coastal plains. Some have been saying the hill country. Most have been saying coastal plains. So we kind of don't really have a general good idea of what the future track can look like. But just from my understanding, guys, the risk for storms is there tomorrow. It just depends exactly where do the storms develop. And not everybody, again, will see rain tomorrow. They'll be very hit or miss, and that's what you're seeing on our future track radar. Fast forwarding until 10 p.m., almost every single model is predicting this, so this is why we're going to fast forward to 10 p.m. So out towards the hill country is where our eyes will be at after 10 p.m., and you can see potential risk for a few isolated storms to develop. And this could be some widespread rain potentially across the hill country, starting from 10, 11, potentially 12, going to 1, going to 2 o'clock in the morning, a complex of storms off towards our northwest, which could cause some more flooding, very heavy rains to our area. And again, most forecast models are in agreement with this. So this is why we're talking about this, and this is why we're giving you a storm alert heads up that this may come your direction. So overall, we are having a storm weather alert in effect from tomorrow into tomorrow night, going to parts of Sunday for the risk of flooding rains and torrential downpours, which could cause some impacts into your day ahead. Latest updates from the HRRR model showing this is by 7 a.m. on Sunday morning, and they're saying not a whole lot of rain. But 1 to 3 inches of rain potentially just northwest of our area. They're saying that the complex of storms may fall apart before they get to the hill country. But this particular model, the RRFS model, saying that the complex of storms should make it to the hill country, potentially even make it to the Austin metro area, and could bring widespread 1 to 4 inches of rain potentially. So again, something that we'll have to see what happens. We've got a lot of questions about, would Lake Buchanan, Lake Travis, will they get 100% full pull? Lake Buchanan is near that level. Again, we're at 86% as of 9:30 this evening. If the storms can develop at the right areas, there's a possibility Lake Buchanan could rise up. Talking, if water just sits on top of Lake Buchanan or rain does for quite some time, hey, we may get some good rain. And the lake may go up a percent or so. But if we get some pretty good heavy downpours like the model's predicting across areas south of Brady and San Saba County, all that water will fill into the Colorado River and make it down to Lake Buchanan. And if that does happen, that could make it another feet or two go up potentially. So we'll see what happens. And then most models here are indicating not a whole lot will happen from the Atlanta River. It says some moderate showers, but overall, or moderate rainfall amounts, but overall it's not a whole lot. But again, can't really stick with one or two models. Again, every single model is having a really hard, difficult time predicting with everything right now. So just have this in your mind. The risk is there for some storms tomorrow. Not everybody will see it. They'll be hit or miss this weekend, but not everybody will get one. But if you do get one, especially out towards the hill country, be on guard. And this is why we're doing a video, because a lot of people are doing recovery efforts right now. We're trying to give out the impact storm alerts that, yes, this could cause some impacts tomorrow and on Sunday. So again, we're watching things very, very closely. And I want to say this, talking wise, I want to appreciate everybody for watching the flooding coverage that I did on last week's events. A lot of y'all tuned in, over 15,000 views last weekend, and parts of last week was awesome. So thank you to everybody for tuning in to my updates, and I thank you for tuning into this serious forecast video update that I'm trying to let people know. I'm not trying to scare anyone or alarm anyone, but I am trying to give out the heads up alert that yes, the risk is there for some more potential flooding rains. But again, we'll keep eyes on this. We should have a live stream tomorrow. I should be here tomorrow, and we'll keep eyes on things for you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Before we do, make sure y'all hit the like on this video if you enjoyed it. If you're not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so. And if you are subscribed or not subscribed, please turn on the post notifications so you get notified when we go live with the radar, an update on our community posts, a new YouTube short video, or anything. You can get updates. And of course, you can get almost every single hour I almost post on like Snapchat and Instagram. You can check me out at davidalfwx. Same thing on Facebook too. And of course, you get more professional updates on Twitter, X, at davidalfwx. All right, I really appreciate y'all watching. I hope you guys stay safe. Please stay weather aware. Get away to receive weather alerts. Of course, make sure you go on your mobile devices, on your Android or your Apple device, iOS. Make sure it's turned on where you can get National Weather Service alerts. Those are really handy, especially when times and needs like this come into our forecast. So again, please stay safe. Of course, stay tuned to the network here on YouTube. And of course, stay tuned to your local weather services and TV stations across Central Texas. You guys stay safe. Have a good night.